Hello, everyone. My name is Marius, and today we have a special guest, Alexandra. Welcome, Alexandra, and thank you for being here and for accepting this conversation. This is not an interview; it's just a simply space to talk about your path, your experience, and what shapes you along the way. Alexandra, welcome.
Thank you, Marius. Thank you for inviting me to this special program. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Yes.
What you can tell us about you without all the, diplomas and the courses, what you have done? What do you like to share with us today? Who is Alexandra? Alexandra, if this makes
Thank
sense.
you. Yes, definitely. Well, I would say about myself, Alexandra is a woman, 53 years old, born in India, in New Delhi, in 72. Our family lived in Paris for 1 or 2 years. Then we traveled to Mexico. And I grew up here in Mexico around age 4 to this time. And I am a holistic spiritual person. My path has always been on the meditation area, also Gestalt, human development, logotherapy. I like very much the understanding of the meaning of life. And I did a professional career in business management, which is another area. But yet I come to see to this day that they both come together in a very good way, because businesses and companies and organizations and associations are made of people. It's the human resource that moves our evolution. So then I came into Constellations. I've always been a seeker of my own personal development and healing. And in this matter, I reached a point where I felt I could also give back something. So I decided to train on constellations, and I began my training 10 years ago. I've been facilitating 8 years ago, and I've been a holistic therapist since 30 years ago. So I've been doing different applications, Reiki, batch flower therapy, biomagnetic field for health issues. And then I came into constellation world, and for me, it is a changer, because I realize that we are all connected, that we are all part of the big system, the big soul. And it's just an exploration, it's an exploration and evolution, inner connection, to be aware of the relationships I can have with others and others can have with me, and the importance of each thing that I do and everybody does has meaning. It's not like no one sees, or it doesn't matter, or who cares, or if I do or don't. No, everything is in the field. And coming to be present, taking our role actively, our position, is so important in life. It says so much about life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We are all connected in some way.
Yes.
So if you, how would you describe the place you are in your life right now?
Well, I would say I'm in a very nice place.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it's a new stage. 53 is a new stage. I've been working a lot. And right now, I'm the head of the president, the chairman of ISCA, International Systemic Constellation Association, which has been a long achievement. I've been working 6 years for this association and building communities, systemic communities in the world, regional chapters. And just, allowing and supporting each one of us as members to put ourselves in an international field, to explore our work, to connect, to network. And not everyone has that chance. Not everyone speaks English. Not everyone is connected in an international way. So for me, it is really important that we can come together, because I see that consciousness is so different when we work in the regional area and when we come international. Both
Yeah,
are so
yeah,
valuable and different.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Because
happy.
of the, what do you think? Because of the culture, maybe it's some,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
can be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the culture changes our perception, our perspective, our reflection, understanding. Yes.
Before the work becomes something for you,
hmm
what first what first changed for you when you understand that, hey, this work changed my life now? When was the moment, maybe? You remember that moment when everything changed?
Yes. Well, okay, the first change I experienced was when I received initiation in Reiki. That was a healing spiritual path process, channeling by hands. And it made a total change because I felt that something higher was guiding my life, like something had a deeper meaning. And it was not only happening because I wanted it to be that way, because it is in that way in a higher sense, but suddenly I started to feel and experience that inner knowledge or higher awareness moving into my life. That was, I think, one of the major turning points in my life. And then in constellation work, I have a 23-year-old daughter. And
Wow, amazing.
yes, yes. And when she was 2 years old, she was experiencing some difficulties. And I realized that individual therapy was not enough to help her, to support her. And then when I started to do my first constellation, when someone did my first constellation for me as a client, I realized that it was systemic, that it was not only her, that it was not only me, that it was not only my parents, that it came from way behind, from at least three, four, five
Generation.
generations.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was a turning point because I realized that I could start to be in connection with my ancestors, with the histories of what happened, with the experiences in the field, in their soul. And by supporting these soul movements with them, we could start also receiving their blessings and allowing ourselves to be whole in life, to make it different, to understand their experiences and not live through the blind field.
Yeah, it's true. And do you think you have done peace with all the generations behind? Because it's many people,
Yes. Well, it has become amazing. I think peace comes by the day. Yes, because every day shows us where our soul needs to go. I think it's a never-ending process. Today I might feel that it's complete, but then tomorrow I can experience another experience in my life that demands for something more, and it never ends.
Never ends. Yes, I think the same. I mean, we can work on us all day long, all day life. I mean, it's every day a new discovery, if you want.
Yes.
So, Alexandra, in this path, of healing and understand you and try to integrate all these feelings, maybe, and all these issues in the beginning, because we understand that in the beginning. Have you let go in order to continue this path? Have you let go something?
Yes. Yes, I have. I mean, I do have also a very rich area in my life, which is design, fashion design and
Wow,
decorations,
fantastic!
interior decoration, painting. I love very much the art side of life, and I love music. I love to sing. I mean, I like gardening, plants. I mean, I do like many things, but what I do is try to take all this into my heart as activities that I can do in my daily life, that enrich life. And with this richness, then I can approach constellation work in a better way.
Yes, I understand you very well because I have this side of creativity too. I think we are born in the same month, that way,
Really?
in
In
July.
July?
Yeah, I
Ah,
am July. You are too in July. Wow, that's
yes.
fantastic, amazing.
What
So
day?
that
What day
why
are you born?
11.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm 28. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that why the
Hmm.
creativity and
Yes,
all this
yes.
side. That's fantastic. What do people often not see about you behind the professional role?
Yeah. Well, several things.
This is next level question.
Yes, yes, exactly. We can say the light and the shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
So, on the light side of me, I think they see a person that is patient, that is calm, that transmits peace, and that is very present and aware. You know? And on the other side, I think people see on me someone that is always pushy, wanting to
Push.
do and getting things done, that has initiative, that moves forward, that always has ideas and creativity. I'm always moving up front.
Yeah, driven, try to,
Yeah,
hey, we must
exactly.
accomplish that because
Yeah.
I don't know, I have this idea. We who work in this field, like a systemic advisor. I'm a systemic advisor too,
Huh?
but I work just with companies.
Yeah.
We have this kind of points where we are like a coach, if you want,
Yes.
so for people or for businesses what we are involved to. So yeah, we must to see that the result maybe, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes we don't need to force nothing. It's just come, the results maybe. I
Yes.
have this idea always in my back end.
Uh-huh.
So, Alexandra, what part of you had to mature in the order to hold the space of others? Where you
Mhm.
think that happening? Or
Well,
where? Depends.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I think one of the most important parts of me that matured in that way was learning to see the other. It's not only about me, it's about the others. And
See
that
others and don't judge them. Accept them
mhm.
like they are. And
Yes.
this is a shift. It's a big shift. When you accept the people how they are, this is wow, game changer, I think.
Yes, I think so. I think so. You're correct. You're right. It takes out a lot of energy wanting to have something different. Yes. And also it's very good for our soul to meet the different, you know, and to realize that we are separate, independent people that need to acknowledge to the existence of the other. And I think this is also systemic
Of course.
because we all represent a system and it is how it is. So that's the richness.
Yes, very deep conversation. Our conversation take another level, if you want. So, where you feel most challenged in your own process, your path?
I think it's always the beginnings of a new team. I think for me that's one of the most challenging moments, how do we come together to bring our strengths together to build something together and make it meaningful for all of us. Yes, where can we leave our personal agendas aside and come and create something that belongs only to this space?
Yeah, to leverage the knowledge and maybe, to send or to give just sometime everything what because always is coming new information.
Hmm.
If you
Hmm.
are connected, apropos, if you are connected,
Yes, I
yeah,
think
that's fantastic.
sometimes we want to come with what we know from the past, and this also comes into facilitation in constellations. And I think we need to learn to I mean, it's really good to learn to let go of what we know and try to empty ourselves and open ourselves to what wants to come through in a group, in a work, in a team, in anything. We need to allow ourselves to renew and create something new, something different. Yes, that might enrich what we know, but it is yet new. And I think usually sometimes we tend to want to hold on to all the knowledge, experience, and Bert Hellinger said it several times. If you want to be successful, you need to let go of the success you have lived in the past. Yes, you need to
Yeah.
open yourself again to the new experience and see what comes up.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. So you work with family constellation, if I understand right, and where the listeners, where they can find you on
Yes.
Facebook, where it's
Yes.
the best way to contact with you or to connect with you.
Yes. Thank you, Marius. Well, they can connect with me through Instagram, Alexandra Finkelstein, also Facebook. And basically, those are my main sources. I do have LinkedIn, but I need to feed a little more on that profile. And I'm building my website. So it's going to be viadara.com. So it's almost open. But
So
Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram, it's very easy. I will tag you too, like this. They can come in contact with you very easy. And
Yes.
it's just a family constellation, or it's another form of therapy. You can sustain the listeners or help them in some way.
Okay, regarding constellations, majorly it's family constellations. I do other areas. I do nature constellations. I do touch on aspects of business constellations, entrepreneurial, not organizational, fully within organizations, but if something is needed within organizational systems, yeah, I can support. I like to do couples work with constellations, pedagogics, children's work. It's all within family. And I do my holistic therapies, but I don't mix them with constellation work. They are separate.
Yes, two different things maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand you because
Yes.
some of them I know them very well for my personal path. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's amazing what you're doing. Actually, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Now I have a question, little bit different for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
With all this experience, what you have in all these years, and a lot of people maybe you have helped in the way. What heals quickly, Alexandra?
For me, it is acknowledging what is and being able to embrace what is happening inside. Touching pain, searching for support, and knowing that everything will be okay. It's just a matter of time. Yeah.
So, do you think we can heal in the final of the beginning? We have some chance, like a human, to heal, 100%?
Yes, I do think so. But the healing doesn't occur as a miraculous thing where we don't have anything to do with it. I think it's the way we position ourselves and we understand the process. So, as facilitators, I think for healing to happen, we need to support the process of our client. Yes. So, for example, a way of healing can be to surrender to the greater circumstances. Yes, surrender is a practice. And surrender brings a force, guides us to take on trust. Yes. And if we surrender and trust, then we can do our side of the work. And we also can allow to those greater forces to do their side of the work. And that is a process. So healing comes from within, but we need to position ourselves in the right vision, understanding to allow that healing to happen. And that's when Bert says what happens in our lives comes from greater forces. The only way we can really be in peace is by honoring those forces, by honoring that which has happened. And at the same time, we need to attend our how do you say, heridas, our hurts, our areas of discomfort that might come from child development needs, interrupted movements of love, taking the strength of our system, allowing our parents to be available for us in a systemic way, us to be able to receive love again. Yes, that's really important. We always talk about giving, but if we don't receive, if we're not open to receive, and I'm not going to use the word forgive because we know forgiveness can be invoking a superior position of the ego. But in a way, if we allow ourselves to be small and to receive, then we can open ourselves to healing. That's also another process.
Yeah, kindness, I will, say too, with ourselves maybe, will help sometime. And it's very nice you pick up about the ego. How you manage the ego? What is ego for you?
Well, the ego is the construction, the internal construction that we have of ourselves. And it's necessary. It's necessary for life. I mean, if we have a strong ego, we can move around and do what we need to do. It is important. Yes, it's a part of our platform, of our psyche, the psychoanalyst to speak about the full components of the ego. But it is important. It is necessary. Yet, at some points, if we talk about constellation work and the movement of the soul, the ego sometimes needs to surrender to this greater light, which is the understanding and the movement of the soul. And sometimes the ego is built to support and protect our wounds. And we can have defensive mechanisms, we can have things that we create through our ego to not touch what we need to touch, to really be open, generous, humble, supporting, etc. So ego is very interlaced in all our systems. For example, if I am the first one of a first marriage and my parents divorce and there is a second family, my ego is going to say, I am the first one, I am the first daughter, I am the greater, the
Yeah.
most important. Yeah. But on another way, I need to be humble to acknowledge that there are others beyond me and that I'm not the only one, that I am the first one and I have a special place, but they also have a place in the family system. So the ego needs to find its reduction, to be in place and say, okay, we all belong, we all have a place, and I can do something good out of this, So what we understand by the ego, let's say by conception, by thinking, by ideas, etc., is different sometimes than the movement of the soul. At some point, when we position ourselves correctly, then we can support our ego to move in life as we need to do in a healthy way. Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's true. Now I would like to explore with you another area, if you
Yes.
like. And I have the same question maybe for all the person who enjoy the conversation with masters, this fantastic podcast.
Uh-huh.
Alexandra, what is success for you?
Well, for me, success is to build together and to move into the same direction in one way, and also to acknowledge the different directions and movements that come from the whole system. For me, that's success. When we can build something together, I would say that. Yeah.
Do you feel successful right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very tricky because success, I mean different things for everybody. for every one of us. So yeah, everyone about this question. That's fantastic. What do you feel change when people stop trying to fix something, Alexandra? What do you feel? What do you feel change when people stop trying to fix something?
Okay, what do I feel that changes when people stop to try to fix something? Well, I think peace, calm, acceptance, yes. And it helps us to bring our energy back to ourselves. When frustration comes from not being able to do something outside, the energy brings us back to look within.
Like a mirror.
Yes.
Yes. I would like always to to say about the first book what I wrote. It's about mirroring. So everything what is outside, show us actually what we must do, maybe integrate and heal if you want, if you think in that way. So this is very interesting,
Yeah.
It's something, what do you think, do you like and want to say to our listeners? Do you really, you have their insight and you want to say to the world, now is the time.
Thank you. Well, I would just like to complete a thought of this last question you posed. I remember we had a discussion within one of our meetings in ISCA some time ago about thriving together and the fear of death. So I think sometimes in life we tend to thrive a lot, to want to grow together, move together, advance. And it's an impulse that wants to go into life. And sometimes the fear is not to be there. The fear is to touch death. And when we do not achieve what we expect to achieve together, we touch death. And I think I would like to say that it's important to familiarize ourselves with death also. Because when we are in death, the death of something dies, something didn't conclude, something didn't finish, something didn't complete itself, we can learn a lot about what it means to be in that peace. And we can also learn about what it means to be dead and to embrace all of those who also died, who could not continue for some reason. And from there, we can return to life in a different way.
And be happy for every second, maybe, what we live.
Exactly. So we're always in a fear of not wanting to die, always doing and doing. But I think touching both aspects, life and death, are important to complete ourselves. And then we can start being more calm and doing what we can do and being at peace at the same time.
Yeah, it's very, very intensive thinking if you stay like that, because not all the people, they are ready for that. And some of them maybe, they think the life is forever. And it's not like that always. It's very short. I think it's very short path. And it's going very fast in the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, I embrace that. I mean, okay, enjoy life. Live now, here. You have this moment, so enjoy, live it, 100% and be here, And this is, wow, thank you. It's amazing what you say, what you bring to the podcast today.
Thank you. Yes, I think we live in a world today that everything is fast. Everything is fast. Everything is, we value ourselves so much through what we do and what we bring to the world. And it is important, yes, but there are other aspects of our inner realm that are also important, and they're not precisely productive. So I think it's important to have a balance on both aspects, go out to nature, take time to be silent, rest with the dead a little while, come back, explore your inner fears, just allow ourselves to be with ourselves. And yeah.
Quality of the life now in these days, it's quite difficult. You must to redesign all the life. The moment you understand, I think, hey, I want to live little more, maybe peaceful, and to have more balance in my life, in my family, and all these things. Maybe the 9 to 5, this kind of job, very heavy, and always the manager is calling and stuff. Maybe
Yes.
don't fit for you, for me, for all
Hmm.
of us.
Yeah.
And to live maybe more peaceful and in this kind of spiritual way, if you want.
Hmm.
Yeah, the life will be some change. I mean, different change. So yeah, I test that too, so I understand you very well what you say.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you, what do you no longer feel to prove to the world, to the people who know you? Why don't, I mean, it's something, how it feel for you?
Well, I think what has changed for me is to allow myself to be who I am today. hmm Like I don't have to prove that I am the best. I don't have to prove that I have to be very skinny. I had a battle for a long time on that. And
Okay, wow.
yeah. So yeah, and for me, and I think I must thank my daughter because she has taught me so much at her 23, 24 years old. She's a woman, she's a beautiful woman that always says, you are valued for who you are, not the way you look. And I think that is something so important in these days. Yeah. I experienced a COVID experience. I almost died 4 years ago. So I think that changed my life. And I really feel that what I can give today, what I can be of use today, what I can support others and support my experience in this lifetime is what matters. If it makes me feel good, if it makes you feel good, in a holistic whole way, it's good for you. If it's a dream you want to realize, if it's a connection with nature, if it's a good meal, if it's a good talk like right now, a sharing conversation, that's what matters. So I'm really not much anymore into proving who I need to be for others, or and I don't want others to feel that way with me either. I don't want that anymore. So I think being authentic is important, and making space for the different. We don't have to be all the same. We don't have to think the same. It's okay to be different and agree on the different. I mean, peace comes from there.
Yeah, it's going, yeah, exactly. It's going exactly to the point where we speak about to accept the people, maybe the person in the front of us, even if they think different, they see the things what we don't see, maybe. So, yeah, this is the, very difficult point, maybe for many people, to accept another people how they are. Simply,
Yeah.
that's it. It's very easy.
Yeah, and I think Bird brought a lot of understanding with the orders of love and the orders of help, and within organizations, in fact, even if we have very strict structures on how to do things, and develop processes, products, services, etc., we still can be unique. We still can be do it our way. We don't have to lose ourselves. And if we also position ourselves in the right way, then we can do a lot. So and create an impact in the world in our own way. So I think sometimes this idea that is being sold today, that it all has to be very much by the standard or the similar thinking, or, I mean, it could be helpful at some points, but it's not necessary. It doesn't have to be all the time.
Yes, it's true. Now in the final, I want to thank you, Alexandra, for everything what you bring and to invest in this podcast today.
Yes.
My name is Marius, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Marius. Yes. Okay.